All right. So here under this one, the 231 using sketches, I've got all these problems set up for you to solve by making sketches. So when you're looking at these, anytime you see like the same number of dashes on something, that means that those things are equal. Okay? So it means that this line is equal to this line, and you need to put in an angle of 130. So basically you want to go to draw what you see. Don't draw extra stuff, draw only what you see. Okay? And then X is just half of this whole angle. So X is from vertical to here. So put that in here. Again, draw just the 3 lines, dimension what's shown as such. Here, draw just the lines. So just so 90 degrees, and make sure that this hits the origin somewhere. Some of these aren't going to be fully defined. A lot of them aren't because it's just asking for the angles, and the angles don't matter how big it is.
So are we drawing them on paper, or are we actually doing them on the
Can you draw exactly those angles on paper?
No.
No. So we're using Fusion to do sketches. Remember, every time I say, if I want you to do by hand, it's a hand sketch.
Okay.
If it's just a sketch, it's in the computer.
Okay.
This one is these. So this one's a little tricky. So if you look at it, you can definitely see that this line isn't the same as that line, right? So what it means is from here all the way to here is the same as from here all the way to here. Okay? So you might have to put a single line all the way there, and then another line that's from here to here that you can make equal from there to there. So I might make these as 2 separate triangles, get those things equal, and then make this coincident to that line. Yeah.
Is that specifically at the midpoint?
No. It's not saying the midpoint. So make sure you do not snap to the midpoint here. Let it slide, because we want to make sure that this line is equal to that line, and this line is equal to that line.
So it's like having that little the little point, the edges at the bottom, like lined up with.
But it's 2 triangles that are touching here, and then one side is collinear.
Yeah.
So I would, maybe instead of just dragging that over, I would just draw those 2 triangles, make this corner coincident between the triangles, and then make these 2 edges collinear. I don't know.
Yeah, that'll help later.
But don't snap it to the middle, because we don't know that for sure.
Yeah.
There's nothing telling you that that's at the middle. Don't assume.
Yeah.
This one's pretty straightforward. Just make sure that this line is going through the center of the circle. Draw what you see, dimension what you see. On all these, how can you measure that angle? So if you just put a dimension in, it probably will, if it's right, it'll say dimension cannot be created. Do you want to create a driven dimension? So I didn't talk about this while we were talking about it, but it's in the video. A driven dimension is one that it measures what it is, but you can't change.
Yeah, it shows what's there for the key.
And so, or you can just pick on the 2 lines, and at the bottom right corner of the screen, it'll tell you the angle between them. Either way is up to you. And I already closed Fusion, or else I'd show you the driven. But watch the little video under the dimensions one, and that'll cover creating a driven dimension. This one, this green circle really doesn't mean anything. Just draw the red lines, the orange lines, the purple circle.
Red line, orange line, purple circle.
Draw what you see. So what's one that we're probably going to need to use on this one that we haven't used before? Yeah, but what's the relationship right here?
Tangent.
Tangent. Same thing right here, tangent.
And edge at the bottom on that vertical line.
Tangent there. So look through, in the circles, there's a way to draw where automatically it'll add those in. Find it. Or just draw a circle and add tangents yourself. Either way. This one, this circle, the center is right here. Okay? And I can see that because right here, this is the quadrant circle and it's going that way. It's not angling down and it's not angling up. And that's the way I did the answer.
Oh.
So the answer is at the bottom of all of these. But remember, you're trying to create your drawing to match the answer that I give you.
Got it.
That's just so you can check to make sure you're right. I mean, I could have made it as a quiz where you had to do it all and hit submit and then get told you're right and have to go back to it.
Yeah.
Whatever if you want to do that, and then come back later and look at them to make sure, that's fine. But I would say just draw it, measure it, and see if it matches. If not, if it doesn't match, try and figure out what's going wrong. Sometimes you might be able to fix it. Sometimes it's better just like, let me start over. Sometimes starting over is quicker than trying to fix what you might have done wrong. Because trying to find what happened wrong sometimes could take an hour. Whereas drawing it again could take 5 minutes. I'm not saying on these, but just in general.
Yeah.
So in general, everything we're doing, sometimes if it's not working, don't fight it, just start over. Remember, the second time is gonna be faster than the first time. You're gonna find a better way to do it. And so draw this, okay? And so these are about just trying to, can I do it? Nope, yes, no. Oh, I got it wrong, oh well. Try and make sure you can get it right. And I might add a second one of these in, because I have another 5 that are a little bit more complicated at asking for areas and things. So I might make a second one of these for you guys to work on also.